Hello, I've been asked to show how I enlarge the tunnel cards in Craft Artist. It's done quite successfully and I will try and show you how. So the first thing we need to do is come up to the File tab, New, and start from the wizard. We then choose Template, which is here, and scroll down to tunnel card. I'm just going to choose the first one and press OK. What happens now is you have 6 pages down the bottom and you have all the options of the tunnel cards under layouts at the side. You don't need to worry about these at all. It's just the pages at the bottom that we're interested in this exercise. Now as you go through the pages you can see you've got all your pieces to make the card. You've got your folded side pieces and then you've got instructions on how to construct it at the very end, which is a good idea to print those out as well. Now let's come back to page number 2. If you were just making an A6 size card, you just print these out, no problem, cut around where it tells you to and put it all together. However, what I wanted to do was to make an A5 size card, and so therefore they all need to be enlarged to the same degree. Now, if you come over to the layers section over here, you'll see that the little padlock is on, meaning that all the pieces are locked, therefore you can't click on them and move them. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on the padlock, and now when you come over here everything is able to move. So that's great. What I'm going to do then is insert a page. So I've got a nice clean page after page 2, which becomes page 3 obviously, and back to 2, right click on piece 1, copy, back to page 3, right click, paste. Then come down to your transform tab here. Make sure that this little link here is locked. Alright, so when it's locked it will have the little blue lines around it. This keeps the aspect ratio locked, so the only number you have to change is the height box, and I'm going to put in 14.25 and then press enter, and you can see the width will automatically adjust to keep the aspect of your picture. Okay, so there we are, that's the size I want my finished card. So we can put that one to one side. Back to page 2, again, take your piece 2, right click, copy, page 3, right click, paste. Down to transform again, select the height, 14.25, enter, and now this piece has been resized as well. Okay, now at this stage you'll realise that the piece 2 is just not quite as wide as the piece 3 or piece 1, and I think that's because of where you're placing it in the concertina at the side, so not to worry about that at all. Okay, so let's come over now to page 4, and we've got our 2 last pieces to resize. So again, they're all locked at the moment, so we need to come over to layers and click on the padlock to unlock. Then you can select piece 3, right click, copy, insert a page, right click, paste. Okay, and again back to page 4, choose the last piece, copy, back to page 5, right click, paste. Okay, now these are your 2 pieces ready to be enlarged. So we'll do this one first of all, down to transform, make sure the link is selected, 14.25, enter, and there's our piece, and the same with this one, 14.25, enter, and there's our 2 pieces. Now this one, I'm going to copy it again and go to page 6. Now page 6 is your folded side pieces to make a concertina to keep all the 3 pieces together. So when I right click and paste, here is my back piece as a guide. What I need to do now is have this piece so that the width of it, or the height of it, is the same distance as the markers between here. So that's what we're aiming for. Okay, I'm going to rotate this to make it easier, you'll see in a second. So we come to arrange and come down to the icon on the far right, click, and we want to rotate it 90 degrees to the right. Okay, and there it is out the way. Now, this page is also locked originally, so we're going to come up and click on all the padlocks to unlock everything. Okay, and the first one I'm going to do is click on this icon at the top and just get rid of that because we need the space. Actually, I'm also going to click on this and this, just to give us a little bit more room to work with. Now what you need to do next is make a big rectangle to select all the pieces. Make sure it's really big because there are pieces that you can't actually see, and they all must be included. It's no good pressing Control A to select everything because you don't want the back piece that we've got there as a guide selected. So we've got all the pieces we need selected. Alright, just do that again for you. And we're going to take the bottom right hand corner and pull it down, okay, and move it back into our page. Now when we click on the back piece, what we want is the guide pieces, the concertina pieces, to be the same size from the dotted line here to the dotted line there, which are your cut lines. So let's move that back again, select all these again, drag, move it over. Okay, let's try again. Let's pop that in there. Now that is a little bit too much now. Now you can either leave it like that and when it's printed out you can trim it, but I would suggest that you just have another little tweak, just the other way now, and let's see what happens. Get it as perfect as possible. There you go. Not bad at all. Okay, so now you've got your guide pieces, your folded pieces at the side, the same size as the other pieces ready for printing. But we can get rid of that one now. And here you have 8 pages to your piece rather than the 6 that we started off with. Page 2 has the original size, 3 enlarged for the original, 5 enlarged, and 6 now has the enlarged pieces. You could have inserted a new page at the previous stage and kept both copies, so the small one and the larger one, but you can always open a new tunnel card template and start again. I hope this has made it clear. Please, if you've got any questions at all, come back to me at lyngtx@gmail.com and I'll be glad to answer any questions. Okay, thanks for watching.